Many people is actually not aware. Besides RockWills, besides we are doing will and trust and estate planning, we have a sister company in Singapore called RockWills Corporate Service Private Limited. It's under RockWills International Singapore. Okay, so this is not many people are aware of. They thought that we only do will and trust, but actually we have this RockWills Corporate Services which help customers to form companies offshores. So actually we are independent company secretary that only specialize in offshore company, and we do not form Sendirian Berhad company, only offshore companies. So in summary, actually a lot of service providers, actually they love to engage us because we are not competitor to them. So they refer a customer to us. We only help the customer to set up offshore, and if the customer wants to set up Sendirian Berhad, we still refer them back to their own company secretary. After I explain all the examples, those are some basic or simple example. Now we come to why people use the offshore company. It's a summary of what the example that I shown you all just now is to hold properties or holding company to own other assets, usually for tax planning, flexibility, for disposal, and easy to wind up. So for confidentiality and also for the ease of administration. This is why people use offshore. And next is use it as a joint venture, JV holding. Use it as a trading company, as the example that I showed with the great poster just now, the trading importers, exporters, part of trust structure, and also for vessel registration. Okay, they use offshore for that, these purposes. So why offshore is such a good alternative? Because they offer protection and diversification, and also some customers, they are worried about some domestic concern, capital control restriction in their own country, too much restriction. Okay, so and they are also worried politically from their country. And the favorite for why people set up offshore is of course to do proper tax planning, reasons of corporate transparency, and also less stringent regulation from the offshore company, and actually privacy and confidentiality. You can do some ownership layering by form of a nominee director or nominee shareholder. So you achieve the privacy and confidentiality with offshore company. So features of an offshore company is also quite similar to a Malaysian Sendirian Berhad. You have a corporate identity, limited liability, ownership of property, and perpetual succession. Okay, and there are two ways of incorporation. Number one is shelf company. So shelf company are ready-made but never traded corporations that have been established to meet clients' immediate needs. Some clients, they want to enter into a joint venture, enter into a contract very quickly, so they need to activate the company within 24 hours. So they require a shelf company, which will take very fast to activate, okay, within 24 hours. Next is incorporating the new company. This will take a longer time, about 1 week. So name check is required for the availability to use in the offshore. And this the ending, like for Malaysia, is Sendirian Berhad, right? So for offshore company, the ending is limited, corporation, incorporated. So it gives you a more international flavor. Then corporate services of offshore company. So most common services offered by corporate service provider is incorporation and registration of company. So these are the service this is the common service that we offer to our clients. Provision of registered office and registered agent, maintenance of corporate record, provision of company secretary and general corporate administration and accounting services. We do provide provision of nominee shareholders and nominee directors.
Do I need to report before sending back the money? I think from offshore back to Malaysia.
Sending the money back from an offshore jurisdiction back to Malaysia.
Yeah. Do I need to report?
Well, on the basis that it is not taxable, I don't think there is a reporting, but I can't confirm that. From a Singapore perspective, in the old days, we used to have to report our foreign income that was remitted back to Singapore. Although it wouldn't be taxed, there was some reporting. But today, we don't have a declaration in our income tax returns anymore. So I think the answer to that is that look up your income tax return form in Malaysia to see whether there is a column or section there where you have to declare your foreign income.